With the new physical Piccolo banner dropping on global in just a couple of days, this guy right here is probably going to become obsolete. So let's take one final look at the EZA, AGL, free-to-play, Rainbow, Piccolo. Let's do it. What up, Dokkanners? Welcome back to Toon Rami for another video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. It's all about Namekians today. In this video, we are going to be going over Namekians pre-Piccolo and post-Piccolo. Why? Because I feel like it. I love me some Namekians, and I really hate that up till now, these guys have been so underwhelming of a category. I hate it. I still hate it because even after we get this Piccolo, we are not going to be able to use 8 or 9 units out of the, 15 in the category, because they're all named Piccolo. I was really hoping that they would rename this guy to the Namek, because when he transforms, he becomes the Namek. He literally says so in the anime.
I am the Namek. Bruh.
But never mind, this is not about the Ki +4 170% category lead that this Piccolo is giving us. No, this is about the AGL version, Ki +3 77% across the board for Namekians. Causes supreme damage to the enemy, raises defense by 30% for 1 turn, attack and defense plus 60%, attack plus 12%, and Ki +2 in addition per rainbow key sphere obtained. And then he assimilates Nail on the 5th turn, and there he becomes this guy. And actually, you know what, we're going to check on the actual game itself, because Dokkan Wiki, shame on you, you are wrong. In the Dokkan Wiki, it says that his attack raises defense by 30% for 1 turn. Wrong! It actually raises it for 3 turns. Check your facts! For his passive, it says that he recovers 20%. Wrong, he actually recovers 30%. In the Dokkan Wiki, it says that his attack and defense increase by 60%. Wrong. It's actually 70. Anyway, you get the idea. Attack and defense plus 70, attack plus 15%, Ki +3 in addition, and recovers 18,000 HP per rainbow key sphere obtained. Why is that relevant? Because...
Somebody get him some water, please.
Why is that relevant? Because he changes AGL key spheres to rainbow key spheres. So he's basically a self-serving nuke at that point. And since he's not very strong, this is his redeeming factor. The fact that he heals, and he gets pretty strong considering the fact that he doesn't have much attack power to begin with. So we're going to be taking a dual free-to-play AGL-led team of Namekians into the Transforming Frieza Dokkan event. So with me, I also brought the Universe 6 Namekians. They are a team-boosting super attack unit. They also gain considerable stats when they're surrounded by Namekians. Ki +1, attack and defense plus 30% per Namekian on the team. There's no restriction. So with 7 Namekians, that's 210%. Pretty good. We've also got the free-to-play Lord Slug that you can get from his story event. He's actually surprisingly effective, and this was the other Namekians category lead that we have at this point. He provides Ki +3, HP +70%, and then attack and defense +50. So not as good as the EZA option, but still the only one that we've got other than Piccolo. Causes supreme damage and lowers defense. Pretty decent, I guess, for a free-to-play unit. Again, he's also old. But what I like about this guy is, aside from his stat boost, attack and defense +50%, he recovers 30% when HP is 30% or below. Now that doesn't seem like it's very good, but it's actually very, very good on this sort of team, especially at this current state. This team is very, very lacking in stats. So the likelihood that we're going to be taking almost lethal damage or even lethal damage is pretty high. So when we get to those situations where we are almost dead, you will love having any little bit of health come back to you. And with these guys, we've got Metamorphosis link skills active, we've got the Namekians link skill active. So aside from the minuscule portions of healing that we get from the link skills, we're also going to be getting some healing from this Lord Slug's passive ability. It's not restricted to once only. It happens every single time the HP drops below 30%. So a great counterpart to that Lord Slug is the pay-to-play Lord Slug, the Giant Form Lord Slug. This guy causes supreme damage to the enemy, greatly lowers defense, so he's really good at making enemies mushy so that the rest of my guys can take him out. Attack and defense plus 80%, increases his attack by 50% after getting hit for 5 turns, and he can turn into giant form, so he will probably be one of the primary damage dealers on the team. And the other, probably one of the more potent damaging units on the team is one of the strongest supreme damaging units in the game, I would think, in Demon King Piccolo. This guy causes supreme damage, greatly lowers attack. That's going to be very useful, again, on this team. Like I said before about the healing, since there's less stat boost going on here, the likelihood that we're going to be taking more damage is much higher. So something like this is going to be very useful especially when you have type disadvantage. When you can nerf the guy twice over in one attack, that's going to be very, very, very useful in survivability, in tanking, and whatnot. So this guy's going to be very useful. His passive is really, really good. Defense plus 100%, ki plus 3, and attack plus 200% for 5 turns. After the 5 turns, it drops down to ki plus 2 and attack plus 120, but he keeps the defense boost. So I'm very much looking forward to using that guy. And finally, Kami. He's all about support. He provides ki boosts, he provides stat boosts, he greatly lowers defense, so he's nice at setting up a unit for another unit to take out. He's only at 55%, unfortunately. He's my least duped out unit because I just couldn't pull any copies of the guy. He's from the World Tournament banner. I couldn't get anything from him, but hey, I'll take it. So this is the team. We're going to be going up against Frieza. This is the item setup that I've got here. Some damage mitigation, some healing, some stalling, because you never know. Like, this is not a strong team. I fully expect this team to be totally different as far as performance once the banner drops for Piccolo. I am going to be summoning on that banner, so stay tuned for more on that banner. But until then, we are going to make do with this basically free-to-play team. The only non-free-to-play units are the Giant Form Lord Slug and the Demon King Piccolo. And I guess we're going to see why they're pay-to-play, because compared to these guys, they are pretty strong. Okay, not a good opening move in terms of the orb setup, but what are you going to do? That's all RNG. But I think with the nerfing capability of this guy, where he greatly lowers an attack, that's going to be very, very useful. The AGL Piccolo, who's going to be having type disadvantage for basically the entire fight, one of the things that he has going for him for this particular situation is that his super attack raises defense. So that, in tandem with greatly lowering an enemy's attack, and since there's only going to be one, that will make up for the lack of tankingness or damage reduction. So I think we're going to be okay. Piccolo is going to be shifted out of rotation as much as possible because he's basically a walking target for Frieza to take out, and I don't want that. So the main function of Piccolo is going to be, once he transforms, that he can heal us with every rainbow key sphere that he picks up. It's pretty potent how much healing he gives us. Wow. Again, the orbs hate us. Why I chose not to give them super attacks and instead just gave matching orbs, it was because I want to accelerate the growth of the Dokkan gauge. I have to think a whole lot more strategically on this team, because even though we're not fully free to play, this team basically works like one because it's very, very weak in general. And the sooner that I can get a Dokkan attack, the sooner that I can heal. And I don't know if this team healing is going to be enough with the link skills that I currently have. The villains on the team provide Metamorphosis, the heroes provide Namekians. Some overlap does occur, but it doesn't amount to much. The main healing is going to come from the Nail Assimilated Piccolo and the free-to-play Lord Slug. And again, we're missing a super, but it's okay. We're getting the main damage-dealing units going, so that's what matters. This Piccolo will take him out. Unfortunately, that does reset the nerfing situation. Every form that Frieza transforms into, he comes with a clean slate, so we got to then start re-nerfing. And that's going to probably be annoying because the first couple turns might be scary, like so. It's kind of weird, but the Universe 6 Namekians are probably, other than the two pay-to-play evil Namekians, they're probably my best chance at damaging this guy substantially. Because the rest really aren't here for damage. Oh, please dodge. I gave you 6 dodge. Nope, no dodge. And that is why this category needs a significant boost. 110k, and look at that, we're almost dead. So that is Namekians for you. Pretty sweet, huh? Pretty cool. Taking a huge chance here. Demon King Piccolo is going to be nerfing him once. Well, actually twice, because since it's it's greatly lowering attack. If we can get an additional, that would be really great. Nope, no additional. But look at that. We just took 83 damage. Granted, the Demon King Piccolo does have defense plus 100%. This guy does not have 100% defense. He's got about 80. And the Kami definitely doesn't have any sort of cushioning whatsoever. So he is going to get me in trouble. Look at that, 25k from a slap after being nerfed twice over. So here's our first assimilation, and look at how much health we just got back. that isn't just from his 30%. We also get that back from link skills and all that. Look at that. So now we're basically 100%. So this is the strength of the Namekians team. It's kind of like a Metamorphosis team, except for the good guys, mixed with some bad. So with the Assimilated Nail, we should be much more effective at healing and making up for the damage that we take the previous turn. And this guy's obviously done right here, but if we still needed more healing, those rainbow orbs that we just picked up with the Piccolo would have done the trick. So we're back at full health when we were just almost dead before, and no items have been harmed so far in the making of this video. So very, very promising. Now it's on to round 3. This is kind of overkill. We're losing a substantial health boost right here, but there's nothing that we can do about it, and he is going to shift out of rotation once again because he served his purpose for this turn anyway. So with Giant Form Slug and Demon King Piccolo on the offensive again, I guess we're going to be getting Universe 6 Namekians again, so I want to save those orbs for him. You know what, we're just gonna give him 2 orbs and just be done with it. He's not, even if we got him every single rainbow key sphere, it's only going to give him at most 6, or I think you can only get up to 6 rainbow key spheres at once. So that would give him 90% attack boost. So that's, and in the grand scheme of things, he's not an offensive guy. So it's not going to be doing very much. Plus he's got type disadvantage. It's not worth wasting all of those rainbow orbs where I could just save that for somebody else who actually does benefit from it. But I gotta say, his attack looks sweet. I will say that his attack animation has aged well. And here is why, oh my god. 150k after a double nerf and a defense buff. That is horrifying. That is horrifying. And we are just above the cutoff for Lord Slug's passive to trigger, so that's even worse. So, we're not going to be doing a whole lot of damage this turn, so I don't really need to worry about Universe 6 going first, because Universe 6 would be... oh, we're going to get a Dokkan attack, though. I don't want it to be with these guys, because that is laughable. So let's actually use a King Yema. I brought these items to use them, not to sit there and collect dust. So yes. So since I didn't use matching orbs there, we didn't increase the Dokkan gauge at the double speed that we typically would want, just before the cutoff. So we are going to have a Dokkan attack for sure next turn. With some healing, probably, we should be okay. That's why I added the King Yema, just in case the worst should happen. We will be able to tank for the most part. Definitely those guys will tank, but it's Kami that I'm worried about. Kami is tissue paper when it comes to defense. And I'm hoping that he doesn't do it. Okay. Whew. We're good. We're good. That was a calculated loss, but definitely worth doing. Definitely worth doing. Ooh, we are going to
miss out on some crazy healing. Actually, you know what? No, we won't. We won't. All right. So we're just gonna bail. No, we're not gonna bail. Actually, I think we can get everything we want. So look at this. We're about to get 4 rainbow orbs. So we're gonna get 72,000 health. That's gonna put us at 190. We're basically gonna be almost at 100%. Yep.
And we haven't even used the Dokkan attack, so we are good. Oh, you know it's a good day when Toon Rami can hit 100% of the nodes on the Dokkan mode.
What did he just say?
Check the prompter.
Sorry.
Poop mouth. Poop out of your mouth.
All right, Piccolo. I think you're still within... No, we're way past 5 turns. His 200% is gone. Yep. 480... Oh my god. Actually, it's good that it's him. Yeah, 76k. So that could have been so much worse if that was Piccolo. Oh, thank God. And then this guy, he's got solid defense too. So we're good. We're good. And then we're gonna heal. We're gonna heal back. Maybe I'd say half of that gauge that we had left. Let's see. Yeah, we got about half back. And then we'll make up the rest of it with Piccolo's passive. That might not have been the best choice, but I'm a little worried. I've got not only Final Form Frieza, but I've got Golden Frieza to deal with. So I'm going to have to be really smart with my items. And I don't know. I feel like until I can nerf the guy, I don't want to be taking any chances with damage. because I don't think this team can survive. I don't think, other than the Universe 6 Namekians, I don't think Lord Slug, and definitely not Piccolo, I don't think either of those guys can survive a full-on super attack. So we got to get some nerfing going. So if we can survive these first 2 hits, I think we'll be good. All right, no items here. I'm going for it. All right, 1 and 2. Okay, good. That is huge. That is huge. So this will be the key to the rest of the fight. We gotta have Demon King Piccolo doing at least 1 nerf, maybe 2 if his additionals will proc. Yes, that's what we wanted. Thank you. So that's 4 times we've nerfed him in 2 attacks. Very, very good. So actually, we could have let Kami sit at the final spot. We would have been okay, but we got to play it safe. So Kami is going to be in the 2nd slot, not take any damage. So we're going to have to deal with his sorry butt in the next rotation that he shows up. Lord Slug has now shifted out, which is a bit of a bummer because we are going to lose Metamorphosis. Because both Metamorphosis units are now out of rotation. This is a cruddy setup. So this is going to be, you know what? We're going to use this turn to put Piccolo's defense tanking to the test. So Frieza's been nerfed 4 times over. We're going to have a 30% defense boost with Piccolo. That combined with the type disadvantage, I think we should be able to counteract everything that's going to be headed our way in terms of max damage. I don't want to. I need to save those units. I mean, I got to save those items. I can't waste anything. So this is it, man. This is it. We're going for it. We're going for it. We are gonna. Okay, see that? So type disadvantage, no defense boost, and we took 41%. So I think we're good. I made the right call. I'm very proud of myself here. Wow, 400k. And hey! Okay, see, once in a while they can get some good moments. For my Piccolo, I gave him 15 crit and 5 additional. That's all we were given. We weren't given 25. I think for free-to-play EZAs, you're only able to allocate 20 levels, whereas regular units are given 25, something like that. I don't know. 26, I think. Whatever. Point is, we survived, and the Piccolos, they are surprisingly hanging in there. Look at, dude, we just took him out with 2 Piccolo crits. I love it. I love it. So now we're on the final stage. On the final stage, Namek versus Frieza. Oh. Now this is horrifying. Why? Because we've got 2 paper-thin defense units here. So actually, I think we're going to activate a Ghost Usher. This is a strategy that I typically use in Super Battle Road, but the reason why I'm doing it is because I want to nerf the guy. I want to nerf him as much as possible, so that way, once he does start attacking, he will do less damage. This is a strategy that I use in Super Battle Road. Like if I'm opening on a turn, I'll start with a Whis, an Icarus, or a Ghost Usher, something, especially if I've got units on the team at that moment that can nerf or stun or something like that. If I use a Ghost Usher, and then I have 2 stunners on the team, and both stuns activate, that next turn, 2 out of the however many units I'm facing will be stunned, so it's like a double Ghost Usher. So that turn was a success. We lowered his attack by 2, we lowered his defense by, I think, 2 or even 3, so we are now poised for a major, major decisive victory.
There are rainbow key spheres everywhere. Everywhere.
Alright, I'm putting Piccolo first because he will be able to increase his defense before getting hit. And even if it's a super, we should be fine. Can we get another additional? I'm so down to see that. 500k crit from this very, very low tier free-to-play Piccolo. I'm all for that. So we didn't get a crit there. We got 100k on normal. We can't get much more than that. 200k on a normal hit for Universe 6. So that proves my point. This is actually okay. We don't have type disadvantage. He's nerfed twice over. Ooh, that's a lot. That's a lot. That's quite a bit. That's quite a bit. Demon King, we need you again, buddy. We need you again. And I think we're going to get about 15% health back next turn because we don't have... I think we have Lord Slug, we've got Demon King, and I think we've got one of the Piccolos coming back. I think. So we'll get about 15%. Am I right? Yeah, so... Yep. I was right. I was right. And then we're going to heal thanks to Piccolo's passive. So we are going to be back at full strength. Yeah, baby! Yeah, boo-boo! Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, that actually wasn't that great. We didn't have many rainbow orbs going for us, but that's okay. That's okay. We're fine. We're fine. See, this is why I like this team. This team has some great things going for it. All we need is a major stat boost and maybe just a couple more diverse units. With the new banner, we get Piccolo. Yes. We also get Nail, so we can finally add Nail into the mix. If you haven't used Nail yet, it's because there's only an SR form. I think at most you can get him to an SSR. That's not what you want. You want a team full of TURs, or at least level 100 units. So Nail is actually going to be the bigger get in my opinion, because even if I don't get the 170 lead Piccolo, I will still have one more Namekian unit to add to the mix, and that to me is a bigger score than the actual unit itself, because you're still going to have friends who have it. I'm a little scared, so I'm going to activate a Princess Snake, because look at how much damage we're facing at the end. So let's not get killed. Yeah. Maybe. Oh, okay. Well, that might have been a waste, but we'll see. We'll see. We're about to get a whole bunch of red orbs. Ooh, he stunned him. Oh, that's a huge loss. We lose 25% attack bonus on both of these guys, plus however much damage Universe 6 Namekians would have done anyway. That sucks. That sucks. 300k crit. Not bad. Not bad. So yes, that was a waste, but it was very much necessary to just, play safe. So now we're going to heal all that damage back thanks to Demon King Piccolo and all these red orbs. Shapow! And thank you, Metamorphosis. We've got Slug and Demon King back together. I love it. If this Frieza was immune to attack nerfing, we probably would have lost. We probably would have lost. Which leads to the point that this team, as it's currently constructed, cannot function in most Dokkan events, because a lot of Dokkan events nowadays have immune to steel, immune to stun, immune to this, immune to that, basically immune to everything. And what gets you through is the attack power, is the higher damage output. And since this team isn't constructed that way, you have to be more strategic, and you just have to pick your battles wisely. This team cannot compete in current meta events, if you want to call it that. It just can't. It just can't. Even with that Piccolo, you still can't run a full Namekians team maybe on maybe 20% of the Dokkan events, probably? Well, I mean, obviously I'm saying that without any knowledge or any testing, so I could be totally wrong. But just thinking about this team and how it would be with a 170 lead as opposed to 77, all you get are stat buffs, but you still don't get a whole lot of other things going for the team because it just doesn't have much versatility. And this should about do it. This should about do it. I am putting Piccolo in the second slot. It's not going to matter because if these guys don't take him out, Piccolo definitely will. And even if he doesn't, Frieza's been nerfed to the ground, and we've got high defense. So there it is. There it is. That is a Namekian team pre-Piccolo. Pre-physical Piccolo. Dual 77 lead team with very minimal stats against the transforming Frieza event. I love this. I love what this team is capable of. Just imagine if you scale everything up by a couple factors. This would be so much more fun to use. I really, really hope that I can pull that Piccolo. If I can, expect to see a ton of Namekian stuff. Either way, even if I don't get the Piccolo, I'm going to be doing one follow-up on this team in particular with a friend physical Piccolo lead because someone is bound to get the guy. So thank you so much for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like down below. Let me know in the comments if you also have high hopes for this team, if you think that this is going to be a worthwhile category to invest in the future, or do you think this is just a lost cause? There aren't that many Namekians, and it's just never going to thrive as much as other categories. Let me know in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe for more dope content in the future, and click that notification bell so that you let YouTube know you want to see more of my stuff. Do it. Do it. Thanks again, stay tuned, and always remember to Dokkan responsibly.